All right, this is another Driving for Deals video here with Luis the broker. I'm here to talk to you about what's happening out here in the real estate market. I'm going to be driving the area here. We had a little bit of snowfall. Actually, we had a little winter storm that came through this past week, and thankfully the temperatures have been holding steady at 0 and holding steady at 10 and 20 degrees. So I've been able to conserve, in a sense. I've been happy to have the snow be conserved in the driveways, because as you know, I like to do is to drive to these houses and to just look at people's driveways, and if they are covered with snow, that means, hey, something probably is going on here. Maybe somebody needs some help with real estate, and maybe see if they want to sell this property or whatever the case is. So that's what I'm going to do this morning, is just drive up and down the streets just to see if some folks need some help, getting the snow out with somebody who can bring a truck out here and clean it out, or maybe they do need some help in buying and selling real estate. I don't expect to have a lot of houses to be looked at today, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 homes. But regardless, I like to get out into the neighborhood, take in some of the sunshine that's coming in here, get some of that vitamin D going, and also just explore and see what are the new changes. It is already late February, the 1 week left in February of 2025, and we are about to enter into the spring market. So it's good to get out here into the market and see what's changed, see what's new, jump on things before it really gets busy out here. So that's what I'll be doing now. In this screen here, you'll see that in the left hand side of your screen is yours truly, and in the right hand side of your screen is a map where it will basically follow me around the neighborhoods. Once I find a property, I will zoom in to the street view. You'll be able to see that property. I'll be able to pull up just some public information about the property, talk about some of the values, and see if this is a possible deal. On top of that too, what I'll do in my own end is I have here a bunch of information here for folks in these houses that need some snow plowing services, and I'm also a realtor here, so I have already pre-written a bunch of these notes, post-it notes, ready to go. So if you want some more information on how to get these kind of notes and paste them onto someone's garage door, let's just say, obviously we're not soliciting. If they say don't solicit, we just walk away from that opportunity, but if not, we just do it. So without further ado, here is my pistachio latte today, and let's get this meeting or this session started. Yes. All right, let's get going. Another thing that I'll be doing as well is I'll be going through some of these notes or quotes that have helped me and are helping me tremendously even right now, as I'm going out doing this business. Obviously, we as self-employed are working on the business on our own volition, on our own accord, you could say, right? There's not a boss here telling us what to do. We have to find motivation in and of ourselves. So there are some quotes here that help me to move things along. Okay, so let me actually pull up one of these for you here, and then we could read it together, or maybe I can just read it to you. And this is this. There's a quote from John Maxwell. It says, "You will never change your life until you change something you do daily." Okay, you will not change your life unless you start doing something new daily. And that's the thing. Habits start a new lifestyle, right? If you want to change your life, okay, that is a material change. That's a change that you do every single day. You can't have change happen if you're not changing daily. And the daily tasks, you have to ask yourself, okay, if you really want change to occur, what are you doing differently now that will affect change in the future? What is it that you're doing now? If you want to make X amount of dollars, show me your daily habits. Show me your schedule. Show me your routines, and I will show you where you will go. See, a lot of folks like to focus on the end goal. Well, I want to make X amount of dollars, and I want to be a millionaire, and I want to have great success everywhere, and I want to be recognized. Okay, well, do you also want to work hard? Do you also want to have systems in place? Do you want that stuff? Well, maybe yes, maybe no, right? But the true thing is, and the determiner of whether or not something is really going to change is, hey, do you really want these habits to take form in your life? And so for me, myself, when I read that quote, I'm thinking, okay, yes, I do want, some sort of change. I do want to have systems in place, and I already do have them, even right now. Doing this video and doing this thing called Driving for Deals, even though many folks might disagree with it, I still like it. Why wouldn't I take the time to drive around and just go through the neighborhoods and see what's new, right? Why would someone take an issue with that? But here we are, right? And this is a system. It's something that I chose to do and I will continue to do so, right? So these are the type of things that we're looking at. All right, so let me go ahead here and drive around and see what we find here, right? I'm already some of the streets, just looking around and trying to find out if someone has, a driveway that is not paved. That'll give me an indicator that either the house is vacant, or maybe there's something going on in there that someone might need some assistance with. For example, I see here a driveway, but it's connected to another property, and another one here, I see a property that's boarded up. It looks like there has been some sort of fire. So actually, let me, I found something already, right? All right, let's pull up here, park here in the way, and I have already actually an amber light that I like to use so people know that I'm about business. All right, so let me show you what I'm looking at. Put away this quote for now, and then I will show you. All right, let's see. Okay, that's a fence. So it might be this house here. Let's do a street view. All right, I am looking at, yep, this property here. I don't know if this was a fire. It looks like there was a fire here. And I know the garage door is missing, and I see some windows that are broken up here. So, and I do see some activity in the driveway, right? But the fact that the building itself looks like it has fire damage, shows me that there used to be a red garage door. Now it's boarded up. Okay, there used to be nice flowers and everything else. It's boarded up. Looking at the tree itself above it, there are, let me just take a look here. Looks like it was burned a little bit. Yeah, so there was probably a fire here, small little fire. So maybe they're interested in making a move. There's some signs on here. So what I'm going to do real quick here is actually see if I can get in touch with the owner and have a conversation with them about this situation here. All right, and even before that, the garage door was white. Now it's red. Now it's a board. So let's see if I can find this one. It is an individual owner. So let me go ahead and see if I can find their information and have a conversation with them here, even live on the video, just because I want to see if they're able to be found. All right, just pulling up some skip trace information. It says no eligible contacts exist. So if that's the case, we might have to dig a little deeper at another time. I'll mail out some things, but at the same time, this is why we have these post-it notes, right? So that we can leave those at the door. So I'll be right back. I will send out this information out here. All right, so yes, it is an active fire investigation going on to that property. So you know what, I just left my little flyer there. We'll see what happens with it. If the owners show up and maybe give me a call, or they just throw it away, I don't know. But the point is that we're going to just continue to be active and just move things along. All right, so let's keep it going. Yes, all right. So that was a good opportunity. See, again, if you only rely on digital means, right? You're going on Google, search Street View, and you only look at these things, you're going to miss opportunities just like this, right? So this is the kind of opportunities that show up only to those that are willing to drive around and actually, get their hands dirty and work. And if you don't work, well, you're gonna miss opportunities like this. And I mean, literally, the system is this, right? To go street by street, line by line, corner by corner, building by building, and analyzing the area. That's a system we have in place. That's something that a long time ago I decided to embark, right? I said, okay, this is a system I want to, produce in my business, and I'll get to it. It's not about, if I have time. It's about when the schedule arrives. This is what I do at X amount of time every single week. Okay, I see another driveway here, but it looks okay. All right, so we're gonna keep moving forward, and let's keep moving. All right, again, we're driving here for what's called driving for dollars. Some people call it. I call it driving for deals. But let's see what else is over here. Now this might be tedious work, but it's work nonetheless. Whoever said that this is supposed to be easy or fun? I mean, it could be fun, right? Seeing cool properties is fun, but at the same time, it's also work. And the work aspect of it is doing these kind of things. And it's also including cold calling, right? That's another thing that I do here. As you've seen in my videos, I do cold calling also. See, there's an easy part of real estate prospecting or generating leads, and then there's a difficult part of it. And naturally, a lot of folks don't want to be a burden. They don't want to bother the people, so they just continue to go off after the low-hanging fruit. But again, because I have a system in place, I'm okay with doing this kind of, what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that things are going right, and I'm keeping this stuff going. All right, that's interesting. All right. So I'm driving around here in the neighborhood, looking at properties, seeing what's available. Let's keep it going. All right. So again, another no outlet, but that's okay, because the system calls for me to drive around every single nook and cranny. I have here PropStream, and that's an app that follows me around, right? There's a blue line that tracks my movements and tracks my driving trajectory, all that good stuff. So I'm able to see, what streets I've gone to, so that I don't repeat them. And I also have a system in place in my computer, right? I use my Google Maps, and I'm able to, section off areas where I've actually called and everything else, right? So, or actually driven, right? So every 3 months or so, I like to drive around the area again to just, see what opportunities out there. Maybe see another building that probably caught on fire, or opportunities. Maybe there's moving trucks, remodeling going on, right? These are the opportunities that come up even when there's no snow. We just find these opportunities and go over and see what's up, right? See what's the business in a sense, right? And this kind of thing does help me out a lot. Let me go over here, looking at the GPS, because it shows me what streets are hidden, and I'm able to drive around and see what opportunities lie here. All right. Again, this is very easy stuff, because I'm able to just drive around and see what driveways are not plowed. It gives me an indication of maybe this property is, perhaps vacant or whatnot. Okay. All right. So here we go, driving around, looking at opportunities, and in the meantime, I'm going to talk about the next topic here. Okay, in my notes. Okay, what are we talking about? These are the quotes that help me grow, and if they help me grow, they're going to help you grow as well. And that's what we're all about, is just getting better, improving our systems, and improving our daily business systems. Absolutely. Even now, I'm working on making my own calling sessions more impactful, working on my scripts, working on my delivery style, etc. Because we want to make sure that we're doing everything the right way. All right, there's nothing here, so now I'm going to back up and get up out of here in this spot. So the next thing is this: the fastest way to become the person you want to be is to put yourself in a situation where you have no choice but to become successful. Now, that was a Alex Hormozi quote. Now, sometimes I do like to write down who said it, because the person who said it, it just gives off a more impactful energy to the quote. I mean, if anyone says it, if someone on the couch lazily just says, hey, you have to, get yourself uncomfortable. Yeah, that's a good saying, and all you have left as a listener is to just take it in your own and give it meaning. But when somebody who's been through the trenches, someone who's been through it all, is telling you, and is successful, and is telling you, hey, this is what we need to do to be successful, man, that really does have, it hits you different. It hits you different. Alex Hormozi is very, very successful, and he has very powerful and impactful videos on social media. I mean, we could sit here and binge watch. Maybe I'll do that in the future, listen to him talk about some things, and then provide my own observations and commentary. But this is good still to consider, and that is, again, the fastest way to become the person you want to be. See, there's a slow way and there's a fast way, and I'm looking for the fast way, of course. The fast way, because you never know what other opportunities you can grow into later. If you take a very, very long time, it's going to be tough for you to do this. Let me see here. I'm looking at a driveway. All right, it looks paved, but there's also a vehicle there that recently rode upon it, so I'm going to leave that one alone. And it's about getting yourself into opportunities and situations that are possibly going to be uncomfortable. Yes, because that's where you either sink or swim, right? I'm thinking about, even this morning I was watching on Netflix, it's called Our Universe with Morgan Freeman narrating it. It was a great story. Let me go over here real quick. I see a house in the corner. I don't know if they're tire tracks. Let me see. It's very deep in the corner here. There are tire tracks coming in and out. Okay, so this one probably would have been missed, but we have to have eagle eye when we're out here in these opportunities. Anyway, so the Our Universe Netflix show or series talks about, it's a documentary about, nature and whatnot, and they talk about the cheetah in the first episode, right? And how it was starving, it was uncomfortable, right? It was hungry and it had to feed its own young. Excuse me. And that is how life is. If you're not in a situation where you're hungry, you're not going to sharpen your teeth, and you're not going to be, excelling in your agility, and you're not going to be efficient with your energy. And what's the point, right? I mean, if you're comfortably moving around, okay, you don't probably have tapped into your full potential. Or in other words, too, let's say this, you're not a boxer because you're comfortable in life, right? No one's challenging you. But when you are challenged, when you have to, let's say, get into a fight or defend or whatever the case, now that's when you need to be, excelling and become a fighter. Let's just say, right, for example, it just comes out because the circumstances change, and now it's calling for you. It's needing you to do this. Another thing is in sports and basketball. All right, let me just see something here. All right, we're good. Again, in basketball or something like that, you could be the best player, but you don't know, right? If you're lazy and you're not really being challenged, you're going to just nonchalantly shoot hoops all day long, and who cares if I miss? But when you're in a situation where you're in a game and that game matters and you're working and playing, man, those shots really do matter at that point. And practice now, it'll become evident whether or not you did a good job practicing or not. So being in a situation, putting yourself in a hot spot, in the hot seat, really does call you to either sink or swim. Show up or show down, if that's the way to do it. Does that make sense? You have to put yourself in a situation, perhaps, if you want to grow quickly, where you're going to either sink or swim. And that's how it's got to be. So far I've been driving about maybe 10 minutes. I've seen one property, but not many right now. That's okay, because this work is good work, but it's also tedious work, it's slow work, and that's okay. Because when it pays good. It pays good. Is that the word to say? I'm gonna take my thinking juice here. Yes, so that's what we got going on here. Alright, just driving here in an area. So yes, even in real estate myself, I've been considering doing this full-time now, and I've been challenged even by my own peers in my brokerage about the fact that I have been comfortable, and I have been relying on another source of income, and because of that, it's caused me to not take my work, let's say, as serious. Not that I'm not taking it seriously, but I don't have that urge, that hurriedness, you could say, to take action. So that's tough, but it'll be fine, because once we're full-time, we'll be able to take action. But yeah, it's about being in that position. All right, just driving around here, looking at some driveways. I think what I'm going to do is change my strategy now. I've driven in this neighborhood long enough now to see, hey, the vast majority of these homes are going to be taken care of. Let me actually go towards an area of the city that might need some more work. Let's say this is more geared towards maybe investors, and geared towards folks looking to buy property for rental purposes. All right, so let me go ahead and take that route. So while I'm commuting here to the next spot, I want to share on this idea as well, and that is this quote. It says, "Life isn't happening to you, it's reflecting you. It's reflecting you. The results in your business, the results in your health, in relationships, how they are, etc., are the truest reflections of the state of your internal world." That's a big, heavy quote too. And again, I'm considering these quotes even though I'm driving for dollars or driving for deals here in real estate, looking for deals. But again, this is what I'm thinking about. See, this is what people would consider to be slow moments, I guess, when you're not really making calls or talking to people. That's okay too. But this could be considered one of those times. So what are we doing at this time? What are we doing? And the thing that we're doing is this. We're not only driving, but we're also shaping our mind, our understanding. That's what we're doing. What we're doing here is preparing our mind for action. So that way, whenever the opportunities come, or even now, just being able to have this kind of mindset that we can work hard, yeah, we're able to do this. Life isn't happening to you, it's a reflection of you. So if you find yourself broke, it's not because you happen to be struck with some sort of bad luck. It could be because of your actions leading up to this. Perhaps you were lazy, therefore you didn't work. Or you hated the job and you avoided it as much as possible. You did bare minimum. You never were considered for raises because you never showed, let's say. Your health is suffering, not because you just were born with bad genetics, but also it's because you're not getting enough sleep perhaps. And you chose not to sleep enough, or you chose to have a poor diet. You chose to eat food that's not healthy. You chose to not have a system in place like that. Your relationships suffer because not because people around you are bad people, but because maybe you're aggravating to them. Abrasive words, you avoid people, you're not welcoming, etc. Like all these things happen, and therefore the results are what we see tangibly or intangibly. And in the business here in real estate, why is it that I last year did more as a part-timer than folks did even full-time? It's because of these things, these little things that I'm doing right now. And that is me driving around or calling and doing the dirty work, quote unquote. But I did it anyway. And others are not willing to do it. As I am approaching some properties here, just looking around. And it's going to be much more interesting now when the warmer weather comes, because when I do this kind of driving, not only will I be able to see the condition of homes and their outgrowing grass, let's say, but as well, I'll be ready to talk to folks out here who are perhaps jogging or enjoying the day, whatever. I could stop by and do that. I was talking to an agent, well, former agent turned cop, and now is retired, but he was telling me that his success in the past was due to the fact that he, as a police officer, had the opportunity to meet with people out in the streets, right? He would stop them and he would talk to them and figure out their needs, right? As far as real estate goes. That's interesting, right? And I said, oh man, I can't do that because I'm not a cop. I'm not a police officer. So I guess that's something that I can't do. Well, I said, okay, let's ask better questions, right? All right, how can I be taking the role of a police? What do police officers do, right? I'm not saying I'm gonna get myself into dangerous situations, but police officers, they patrol the streets. They pull up and they talk to people. Not mind you that I have a car as well that is looking like a police car. I do have things that look like a police car. I'm not a police officer. I'm not impersonating nobody, but there are things that I found to be practical. So what I'm doing now is similar to what a police would do, right? Go up and down the streets and make sure everybody's safe, properties are secured. And that's what I'm doing too, is just driving up and down the streets, just driving around. If someone's walking, I could ask them a question. I could see, hey, how's their day going, etc. And we could just talk. But those are the things that you do to grow and to do things that are unorthodox or out of the normal, right? But again, we do this because we want to grow and be better at what we're doing. All right, as I'm over here driving around, I switch neighborhoods because I want to see opportunities here that perhaps are for some of my investor clients. See if I could possibly help them. And I'm going street by street. See a big dog here, looks like one of my old dogs. All right. Good stuff. All right, so let me keep on driving around and I'll check back here. I'm about to wrap up this video here, but I did find another property. Wanted to reach out here and kind of talk about it, so I'm gonna back up. All right, gotta find the curb here. All right, so yeah, driving for dollars is boring work. It could be for sure. I'm driving over here, and I noticed a driveway. It's a split driveway, so let me go ahead and show you what I'm looking at here. All right, so it's right there, and let's just turn around and look at this. Yep, that's what we're looking at right here. So, all right, so it's a split driveway, right? They share driveways. One goes this way, one goes the other way. And so what we have here is a property. Now, looking at the photos, it doesn't look vacant there, but here what I see is it does look vacant. I don't see any driveway activity. I don't see anything shoveled. So because of that, it makes me think, hey, this property might need either some shoveling of snow, or someone probably needs some help with the home. Okay, so this property here, let's see here, it is a number, all right, so it's opposite side, there it is. Okay, so this property here, let's see if I can actually find their information and give them a call real quick. But it is a let's see here, 2-bed 1-bath home, 1,600 square feet. So there's a lot of room in here, and it's possible you can make it into a 3-bedroom home. It absolutely is possible to do that. The square footage in the lot entirely is 10,400 square feet, and so the approximate value of this property is $274,000. All right, so let's see if this is, yeah, it's individually owned. So I'm going to see here if I can give a call and find out if they need me to come out here and take a look at the property, and then we will move from there. Okay, only got a few minutes here, so let me actually make a phone call, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go.
Hello. We're interested in it. I'm not a motivated seller, my brother. I'm sorry.
You probably won't take a low ball offer, right?
No, sir. We're gonna.
I got you. Well, I'm also Benny, a realtor, so I can actually help you get more for your money, for your property, if you're looking for that kind of return. So it won't be a low ball. I can help you find better offers out there. I have buyers right now looking. Would you be available maybe sometime this week coming up to sit down and talk about it?
Oh man, what do you say your name is?
Yeah, Luis Torres with OnPath Realty.
My man, I appreciate your drive, my brother. Yes sir, I understand that.
100%. So do you have time maybe Monday or Tuesday next week to just sit down and, just talk about the property, like 20 minutes?
No.
Got it. Yeah, I could definitely leave a business card on the property. When you show up, yeah, just give me a call at your most convenient time, and let's have a conversation about it. In the springtime is coming up, and there's going to be a lot of buyers out there.
I'm telling you, my man, before this recession hits.
Absolutely, man. Hey, how's the condition of the property inside?
It's good. I got to do some updating.
Okay. Yeah, that could be a lot of money or it could be a little bit, right? But whenever you're ready, let's have a conversation, man. No pressure, obviously, but at the same time, buyers come and go, right? So they kind of dictate what's happening in the market.
That's it.
All right, Benny. Well, it was good talking to you. Let me leave my information there, and hopefully, in the future, we'll touch base again.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate the grind. You keep doing your thing, man. I can probably work with you on a different project moving forward.
Yeah, Benny, I mean, now that you mention it, are you looking for more properties to maybe own and flip or rent out?
Yeah, I'm interested in doing something after I move this one.
Got it, 100%. I love working with people just like you, because I'm a investor-friendly realtor. I look at the market, I do run some numbers, and I only show you properties that will make a profit for you. So I'll keep your information here, save my information as well, and hopefully we do many deals in the future.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You got it, Benny. Hey, good talking to you. We'll be in touch.
All right, bye.
Bye. And that's how we do it, right? That would have not been seen had I not driven the neighborhood and talked and spoke with this person here. So I will do what he says, which is to leave my information at the door. and then he'll reach out to me. I was trying to get an appointment going, but that didn't work out. But again, I found myself a seller, I found myself a cash buyer to do more deals. Anyway, this is the kind of stuff we do here on a regular basis. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe, as you know how to do here on YouTube. And yeah, reach out to me if you're a realtor in the area, you want to team up and do some of this work together, and I can help you grow. You can help everyone around here grow, and we'll be looking forward to it. So until next time, keep on working, and yeah, let's go ahead and have ourselves a successful year.